One of the most common questions beginners ask when they first start to think about investing is not what to invest in, but how much they should invest. And this question alone is often enough to stop people from ever starting. Some people worry they don't have enough money. Others worry they'll invest the wrong amount and make a mistake. And many people feel stuck waiting for the right time or the right number before they begin. In this video, we're going to slow this down and make it simple. We'll talk about how much you should realistically invest, how to think about the amount without pressure, and how to start in a way that feels calm, sustainable, and repeatable. Most beginners already have a general idea of what investing looks like. They've heard about stocks, funds, or retirement accounts. What actually causes hesitation is the uncertainty around the amount. Questions like, is this enough to matter? Or, what if I start too small? That uncertainty creates hesitation. And hesitation often turns into delay. The goal here is to remove that pressure so you can make progress instead of overthinking. Here's something important to understand early on. You don't need to feel completely ready or confident before you start investing. In fact, most people don't feel ready at all when they begin. They learn by doing. Waiting until you feel confident often means waiting forever. And while you wait, time continues to pass. Starting small, even imperfectly, is almost always better than waiting for certainty. A common belief among beginners is that investing only works if you start with a large amount of money. But that belief is misleading. What actually matters more than the starting amount is consistency. Showing up regularly, repeating the habit. A small amount invested consistently builds momentum. It builds confidence. And over time, it creates real progress. You'll often hear a guideline that suggests investing around 10% of your income. This is not a strict rule, and it's not something everyone needs to follow exactly. It's simply a reference point, a way to think about investing as a regular part of your income, not something extra or optional. For some people, 10% feels manageable. For others, it feels overwhelming. And that's okay. If 10% feels unrealistic right now, the solution is not to give up. The solution is to start smaller. Even 1% is enough to begin building the habit. 3% is progress. 5% is meaningful. The amount matters far less than the fact that you are practicing consistency. You can always increase the amount later as your situation improves. Small monthly investments often don't feel impressive in the beginning, and that's normal. But investing is not about dramatic results in the short term. It's about steady progress over time. When small amounts are invested consistently, they benefit from compounding. And compounding rewards patience and repetition, not size. What feels insignificant today can become meaningful years from now. There are two common ways people invest money. The first is investing a lump sum, where you invest a large amount all at once. The second is monthly investing, where you invest smaller amounts consistently over time. Both approaches can work. Neither one is automatically right or wrong. The best choice depends on your comfort level and your situation. From a purely mathematical perspective, investing a lump sum earlier often produces higher returns over time. But investing isn't just a math problem, it's also emotional. For many beginners, monthly investing feels safer and less stressful. It reduces anxiety. It removes the pressure of trying to time the market. The best approach is the one you can stick with calmly. If you have around $1,000 ready to invest, you have several reasonable options. You can invest it all at once. You could spread it out over several months. Or you can invest part of it and keep part as a safety buffer. There's no single correct choice. The right option is the one that helps you stay consistent and sleep well at night. When you're working with a larger amount of money, priorities become more important. Before investing, it's usually wise to make sure you have an emergency fund. It's also worth reviewing any high interest debt. Investing works best when your financial foundation is stable. This reduces stress and prevents you from needing to pull money out at the wrong time. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is waiting. Waiting for more money. Waiting for better timing. Waiting for confidence. There's almost always a reason to delay. But progress usually begins when you stop waiting and start with what you have. Investing doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need a perfect plan to begin. Start with an amount that feels manageable. Invest consistently. And increase the amount gradually as your income and confidence grow. This simple approach works because it's sustainable. The best amount to invest isn't the largest amount possible. It's the amount you can repeat every month without stress. Consistency builds confidence. Confidence builds progress. And progress builds long-term growth. If you're just starting out, focus on building the habit. Everything else can improve over time. If this video helped bring clarity to how much you should invest, consider subscribing to the channel. New videos are posted weekly, all focused on helping beginners invest with confidence and a long-term mindset. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.